This is a video about painting the Lumineth Realm Lords Vanari Auralan Wardens in Zaitrec colors. Hello, this is 60 Goblins and 1 brush, and this is a video about how to paint in Zaitrec colors the Lumineth Realm Lords Vanari Auralan Wardens, Spear Phalanx warriors. If we have a look at the picture in the book, we have here the Zaitrec page, and you see it's kind of magenta, white and gold mostly, with a blue hue. In contrast to Seer, which is kind of similar, which is gold, yellow and purple. There have been some very nice pictures about Zaitrec. Some of them were magenta, some of them red. I don't prefer red for Lumineth, for high elves, but magenta I thought was a very good idea, and there's a very nice way, very easy way to paint magenta with the contrast colors. You need Volupous pink for that. Contrast color Volupous pink, it's magenta. It's not red, it's not purple. And what you need for the shading of the white is Apothecary White, very important color. So these two contrast colors you need, and then you need, of course, Retributor's Armour. There's a lot of gold, and Retributor's Armour is, in my view, the best gold ever produced by any paint company. So that's more or less how it looks like. I'm still experimenting with details. You can paint the gems in blue or yellow or green or red. The blue gems look really nice. There's no citadel color for yellow gems because they have this sun flare thing. So I thought red, but red doesn't look so good. Blue looks really good. Otherwise, you can use Candy Ink from Green Stuff World. They have it in all kinds of colors, same effect than the gem colors of Citadel. Like here, Soulstone Blue. Very nice color for gems. We start with the base coat. I know it's recommended to base coat it in Wraithbone or Grey Seer. Most people base coat it in Grey Seer, but I like to base coat it in white, Corax White. Because of the white coat. And then we need Retributor Armour and color the whole spear in gold, parts of the sword on the back, the whole armor, helmet, without the hair and the tassels, of course. And then you can decide if you want to paint the plate armor here in gold or silver. I think silver looks a little bit better. I tried it here with gold. Looks nice. Some more. Can't get the camera to focus. Okay, maybe a little bit better now. So we need a lot of gold. And then I shaded the white with a mixture of Apothecary White, Aethernmatic Blue and medium. But if you don't like the blue, you can only use Apothecary White. I used the blue because it looks like that in the book. If you look here at the book again, there's everywhere there's this blue, also on the white. And the inner coat is magenta and the outer is white, but you can do it the other way around, of course. Very important when you build the models. Where's the shield? Don't fix the shield already. You can attach it easily later, but if you put it on now, it's really difficult to paint behind the shield. Yeah, paint the shield separately and glue it on later. So first step, all the gold with Retributor Armour, and then it looks like this. Okay, all the gold. Here the sword, top and bottom and in the middle. The shoulder pads you can do in gold and full gold, I think looks best. Magenta, I think looks second best. White and silver are also possible, but I think full gold is best. Okay, after that we paint all the silver, the tip of the spear and the plate armor here, scale armor. Strange, when I paint during the night and make videos during the night, somehow the camera likes it better. The natural daylight when it comes in messes up the sharpness of the camera somehow. Okay, all the silver parts. I like Runefang Steel for the silver, but you have to shake it really well. Otherwise you can use a mixture of Runefang Steel and Ironbreaker or some other darker color. And also already paint the whole shield first in white. I stopped spraying shields because they tend to fly away. You can just paint it with Corax White and then later in gold. In the inside here, there's a wicker part on the inside of the shield, and I just use Aggaros Dunes for that. Another contrast color. Okay, now I painted the silver, the tip of the spear, the scabbard of the sword, and all the scale armor. Next is already the magenta for the inner skirt. You can choose the other way around, the outer skirt magenta and the inner white. But in this example I will do the inner skirt or the inner coat magenta like in the picture. And also the hilt of the sword in magenta, and the rim. You can either paint the rim of the crest here, like I've done here. This is the way how it is in the picture. Or you can paint it striped. Since I tried out this already, only the rim, I will try out the stripes now, also in magenta. Leave white parts. You can use Volupous pink or a mixture of Volupous pink and medium, any medium. You'll probably need more than one coat, and the problem with Volupous pink, as you see here, it pools down there. It's too liquid. They're very thick contrast colors like Fleshshade red, and very thin ones, and this unfortunately is one of the thin ones. So catch the color, let it dry, and then paint it again. Here and the tassels here on the spear, up there also in Volupous pink. So this is the first coat. And now we need a second. And then we paint the boots in black, and we use black Templar. That way you only have to use it one time. Black Templar is the best color for boots. I painted the whole shield in gold, except the back here where the wicker part is and where the hole is for the arm. Last time I left the middle part white, but this time I want to try the whole gold shield like on the picture. If you look here, the whole shield is golden, except the bottom, which is silver, and the runes, which are whitish bluish. Okay, this is after the second coat. You can play around with the magenta, how dark you want to have it. Okay, now we're almost quite far ahead, far along. Now we need the hands and the face, so that he's not totally pale. You can use Wraithbone, or you can use Skeleton Horde, or any other little bit of a shading thing, Seraphim Sepia and so on. You can use Ironrack skin, the same color as for the Deepkin, whatever you like. Just don't leave it in death white. So get a very thin brush, paint the face here, the fingers and the neck. I mean, elves are pale, but not white pale, in my mind. And I don't paint the eyes. Personally, I don't paint the eyes because if you put these two very blue dots in there, it's too strong. I think the helmet is already quite intense. You don't need the eyes to shine out in some weird ghostly blue. Next, we clean up all the white. Everything that's supposed to be white, and where we messed up, we clean it up again with Corax White. And then you need to decide how to paint the rim. Or paint the rim first and then clean up the white. Anyway, there are two basic possibilities. You can do the rim in gold, like I have done here. And this way it's also shown on the picture. The rim of the coat, the white coat, is in gold, and even on the magenta part there are a few golden ornaments at the bottom. But it has been suggested to paint the rim in magenta, and that looks really great. So I will, on this figure, this model, I will do it with a magenta rim. So again, Volupous pink or Screamer pink, whatever you like. Screamer pink is a perfect magenta. And otherwise you have these two colors, or also for the KO, Galvordrak red and Baraknar burgundy. That's also fine, especially here. This Galvordrak red is a very dark magenta. I would suggest Volupous pink or Screamer pink. I can paint really fast, but still the first Warden took me 2 hours to paint. That's too much, so I'm painting a little bit faster here now. So that's the magenta rim. Looks really good, but I have to neaten it up, yeah? That's very important. If you paint fast, you can't get the rim very clearly, but doesn't matter. So meanwhile, the shield is also dry. It's gold, so I can paint some silver here on the scales, and the rune I will paint back into Corax White. So here's the silver, the white rune, and also the 3 gems on top in white. So now it's time to neaten up the white everywhere where there's supposed to be white. Clean it up. Okay, for this kind of works you need an artificer brush or something really, really thin. The most difficult thing is the little borders here in pink. Okay, let's try again. So these little pink rims here, now you can see them. This is the only difficult part. Here, the corners. Here and here. Okay, I fixed up all the white. What I also did is I painted all the gems. The gems here on the spear, on the sword, here on the hair of the crest, on the helmet, and on the shield. The gems here on top of the shield, and also the runes are painted in white. Then what I also did meanwhile is to paint the rim in Tallarn Sand. Usually I paint the rim in black, but we wanted to try out the beige version from the book, so I chose Tallarn Sand. And on top of the base here, and on the inside of the shield where the wicker is, I also used similar color, Aggaros Dunes. Yeah, now you can see it. Okay, Tallarn Sand and Aggaros Dunes. Unfortunately, I can't find my grass. Must be somewhere. I bought a new box of grass. I can't find it. So in the end, of course, you need some grass, like citadel grass or whatever. And because of the wheat character, I've got some beige grass tufts from Gamer's Grass. That fits quite well, and around I would just put green grass flocks. Okay, this time I do not want to have the blue hue in the shading of the white. So I will not do it. I will only use Apothecary White mixed with a little bit of Lamian Medium. Here again you have to take care that the Apothecary White doesn't just pool down and destroy your nice pink or gold rim. To get rid of rests like that, just firstly hold it upside down, and secondly just take a dry brush without color, without paint, without water, and just absorb the Apothecary White into the bristles. Get it off the places where you don't need it. While this is drying, you can apply some more silver to any parts that you want accentuated. Like, for example, there are these little separations here in the spear. You can paint this silver, and on top of here, between the helmet and the crest, just to get some more contrast into the lots of gold here. Also, there's always some symbol on the breastplate. This also painted in silver. Okay, so now there's not so much left. We paint the gems in blue. You use Soulstone Blue. Where is it? Soulstone Blue or Blue Candy Ink for the gems. Except I want to try here to use yellow Candy Ink here for the sun flare. Okay, I used blue Candy Ink here on the gems, here on the sword, on the spear, the yellow Candy Ink here on the end of the spear, blue on the 3 gems here on top. Now we need Aethernmatic Blue to highlight the runes here, the glowing runes, and also the 2 scrolls here on the back in blue, Aethernmatic Blue or Aethernmatic Blue mixed with medium and maybe a little Apothecary White. Let's see. My favorite color, Aethernmatic Blue. Okay. Now, here the 2 scrolls are in Aethernmatic Blue and the rune of the shield. Aethernmatic Blue, 2 parts Aethernmatic Blue, 1 part Apothecary White, 1 part medium. So that is not too bright. Okay, once the Apothecary White here for the shading of the coat or skirt is dry, you can highlight the raised areas again with white. White Scar or Corax White, as you like. And then we need Reikland Fleshshade Gloss to shade the gold parts and Nuln Oil to shade the silver parts. This, in my view, is the best color to shade gold. Reikland Fleshshade Gloss. Don't overdo it with the Nuln Oil, otherwise the silver gets too dark. And also don't forget here the garment, the white garment on the arms and on the neck. To do this in Apothecary White. And if you like, you can do the collar, the kind of Chinese collar around here, in magenta. Okay, and that's basically it. If you like, last step, if you like, you can highlight the magenta with a lighter color of magenta, with a lighter shade of magenta. For this I mix Screamer Pink 1:1 with Emperor's Children. And then you build it up, mixing in more and more Emperor's Children until you have these nice highlights here. Okay, let's have a look how it looks on a picture with a real camera. The last thing you could do if you wanted, apart from gluing on the shield of course, is to use some diluted Aethernmatic Blue on the silver of the spear tip. Like this. Gives it a nice little bit of a blue hue. Okay, then let's glue on the shield. And the model is finished. Now all we need to do is finish the base. Glue on some tufts or stick on some tufts, and then we need some grass, which I don't have today, sorry. Okay, that's it. And it took me again almost 2 hours. I'm getting a little bit faster now, but it's not easy to paint this fast. I will have to think about a speed painting routine for this one. If you want to paint it really nicely, it takes quite a while. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing. Share the video with your friends if you liked it, and see you very soon with other houses, other sub-factions or speed painting methods. Also the horses are next, the Dawnriders. See you soon.